This is true, really news with Scott Combs and Tony Verkinnes. All the news you're about to hear is true, as far as you know.
Alert viewer Drew Combs, no relation, sent this story in.
Wait.
What?
Wait. I've met Drew. Alert?
Well, sometimes
Really?
sometimes he's awake.
Not the same thing exactly, but
Well, in any case,
sorry.
this comes from the New York Post.
Okay.
Workers at Buy New England Lobsters in Charleston, Massachusetts, or Charlestown. I don't know when you're in Massachusetts.
At a town named after Charles in Massachusetts.
Exactly. They took matters into their own hands when a man, later identified as 29-year-old Stephen Woodard, made off with one of their vans loaded with $10,000 worth of lobsters.
So 4 of them.
It was a lobster heist. A high-speed lobster chase ensued. Woodard was taking the lobsters to a well-known crime syndicate in Boston who deals with stolen crustaceans. As you know, the market for stolen seafood is volatile, and the merchandise must be fenced quickly, prepared, and consumed before it goes bad. Stop. I can't. You're doing it. Stop it. Jumping into their own van loaded with fresh lobsters, the employees quickly gave chase, all the while shouting at Woodard, "Stop!" and "Sir, that'll be $24.77 a pound wholesale." All to no avail. Finally, they lost their tempers and shouted at Woodward, "Din snuskummer," which is Swedish for "you dirty lobster."
I knew it.
This only infuriated the thief as he rammed his truck filled with lobsters into their truck filled with lobsters. Employees scuttled over and detained Woodard until police arrived.
Scuttled over.
You are welcome.
Now, if you'd have had a truck filled with hot butter. San Diego City Council has now blocked funding. They did this last summer, actually, finally, for their controversial smart streetlight program. You've probably heard it features streetlights
That are smart.
and video surveillance system. And that video surveillance system has been used by the San Diego Police Department.
To do what with?
I suspect police.
Oh.
Last fall, Mayor Kevin Falconer ordered the cameras turned off because there'll be no policing in his time. No, he didn't. Voice of San Diego reports the cameras and streetlights are connected to the same power supply, so turning them off would have actually left the city in the dark. Mayor should have probably done a little homework before.
Yeah. It won't be the last politician to not consider the ramifications.
Have you looked at Minneapolis City Council? I'm just saying. Florida-based Ubiqua owns the underlying technology, but the company's a little bit reluctant to work with the city because of unpaid bills amounting to over $770,000.
Yeah.
Imagine that. They said they could maybe write a patch for it, but they're not designed to work that way. So what they've done is they've taken the city off of the list. So the cameras are still recording, still storing footage for 5 days, but only the company can actually see them.
Oh, boy.
What could go wrong there?
Absolutely. Who watches the watchers? That's always the question.
What if the company starts policing?
Yeep. This is the Titter Wayback Machine. Set for 19.
We should have sound for that.
I'll come up with something. Yeah, I'll come up with something. I'll see what I can.
Peabody and Sherman had cool noises to go with theirs.
I set the Wayback Machine for 1962, Gloucester, Massachusetts.
Isn't it Gloucester?
Whatever.
Okay.
A 17
Not
and a
back
half,
then, I suppose they changed.
Probably not. A 17 and a half pound lobster was caught off the coast of Gloucester.
Seeing a theme.
It was transported to Concord, where it was purchased by John Dadman. A single claw of the enormous lobster weighed 5 1/4 pounds.
Just the claw?
Yeah. This thing was huge. At first, the Dadman family simply treated the lobster as one does, but they decided to preserve one claw. The claw was 13 and a half inches long, 7 inches wide, and 3 1/4 inches thick. The giant claw remained a claw for many years, but then inspiration struck, and Mr. Dadman determined to make, guess what he made out of it? Just wild guess.
An ashtray.
Violin.
No, that's not it.
And that he did. Those who heard the clavolin, the viol claw, that thing, said it sounded just like a normal violin made of wood. And now you know why giant lobsters are so rare these days.
Wait, did you hear it?
Hear what?
I hear a spinning noise. I think it's Stradivarius. Via freaking Lynn. Julie McSorley of San Luis Obispo, California, and her friend Liz were enjoying what you do in California, a sunny day. They were out kayaking and whale watching at Avia Beach in November, when they were overturned by a humpback whale that got too close while feeding.
Well, yeah, that can happen.
She said, all of a sudden, I saw the big pool of fish. The big bait ball comes up out of the water, and I got lifted up and was in the water. McSorley told KPMH, I thought it was going to land on me. Yeah, you don't want...
oh, boy.
No whale landings, even in water. Other paddleboarders and kayakers came to the rescue, thinking the whale may have bitten the woman, but it merely pushed them underwater. Cottrell told the news station, we got back to the car and I was shaking my shirt and still a bunch of fish came out.
I refuse to take that any further.
No, there's a fishnet story there somewhere, but I knew.
This is true, really news. Send email to TITR@netradio.network.